Very skeptical when we started this, is actually now a coach with me. She's here somewhere floating around. I have two daughters, Abigail and Emily, who are not here, but they're definitely here in spirit. Actually, just sent me a message before I jumped on here, so that was pretty cool. So I am a trooper. That's my job. Like many of you, who's got a full-time job? And I think being, a mom with kids is a full-time job too. So you get to raise your hands. So yeah, we're gonna try to help you through this. It's gonna be like the top 10 greatest hits. So my story is I'm a product of the product. That's how I became a coach. I didn't even know there was an income opportunity with this. I just know that I was doing the programs, started doing the products, had a great result. People were asking me about it. I was telling them what to do, and I was a coach before I was a coach. And then I decided I can do this after meeting a couple of coaches that really opened up my mind as to what's possible. I'm relentless in that regard. I made a decision, I'm going to go for it. They said to do these activities that are income producing, so that's what I did. It's just an unyielding commitment to that goal. So, you can do this too, very much like the Max 30 mindset, which I happen to have tried out and made that program. It changed me in the sense that I realized that if I continue to fail forward, if I push to my max out, I will ultimately be successful. There's a picture of me at my first summit, basically looking down, most comfortable up in the bleachers, to be honest with you. And then last year at Summit, on the floor, a lot has happened. So let's kind of dive into this. Erin, who are you?
Okay, I wish I had a lot of jokes prepared, but I don't. I'm so sorry, you guys. So you guys, my name is Erin Young, and I've been a coach for 7 years. And our team has been so blessed. We're a 5-time elite team, and that's incredible. But the thing of it is I started this business as a full-time high school English teacher. And I built this business doing the things we're going to teach you about today. And this is what Michael and I do. It's what we teach our coaches to do. But I just want you to walk away today knowing that you can do it too. And we're going to break it down, and it's going to be just like, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can totally do that. But here's the thing. Today we want you, and we're going to come back to this at the end, to think about where you are right now at Summit today, sitting in those seats, and go ahead and imagine where you're going to be next year when you come to Summit. Because on these photos here, that was my very first Summit with a light in my eye and a heart on fire. I brought one coach with me. And today we have hundreds of coaches here. And so the thing of it is sitting here, you're going to take away exactly what you need to know if you want to take it and apply it when you leave. It's totally possible, and you do belong here. And so first, let's talk about what is an income-producing coach. You're like, there are coaches who make money, right? Get a paycheck. But the thing of it is, it's so true, is that coaches do make, income-producing coaches are making a paycheck, but what they're doing is they are consistently and intentionally paying it forward, and they are making an impact with their audience. They're connecting people to our solutions that are changing their lives. Therefore, they're signing up coaches who are doing the same thing. Wash, rinse, repeat.
All right, well, I don't care if you get your phone out, notepad, whatever you have. I want you to, this is a homework assignment right now, because we're going to touch on this at the end. Erin's a teacher, so let's not screw this up. What is, right now, if you left this room right now, what would be considered real income to you? Now, this isn't your end-all, be-all, I'd love to be at this spot. I want to know right now, if you left, go, you know what, this is real for me. Like, this is making an impact in my life, my family's life. Just write that down real quick. There's no right or wrong answer. Just get that down. We're going to touch on this at the end, so keep this in your head.
Okay, got a number? So we need to put our pencils down so we know everybody's written their number down or anything like that? Okay, I kind of had a joke there, right? Okay, all right. So it just happens sometimes. You guys, here's the thing. That number is possible. And I want you to believe it within you right now. Okay? The path to the number, we want it to be so simple, and we want it to be that straight line. But it's going to have twists, turns, setbacks, and roadblocks. We are going to help you straighten the line. Okay? We're going to help you do that today with our 10 activities of an income producing coach. So take a quick photo, okay? Oh, you guys are good. Awesome. Okay, so take a quick photo. We're gonna run through them quickly, and then we're going to explain them.
Right, so understand that, these are the activities, and you've had training on actually some of these specific topics, so we're not diving into them each, dissecting each one. These are, when you go back and it's the sum of this whole summit. This is what we do consistently. We follow these 10 things. Obviously, when you advance to the next, and hopefully next year you're in the next track, you'll be diving into developing more team stuff. This is it though. The first thing is being a product of the product. Number 2, preparing your mindset every day. 3, the business activity tracker. 4, expanding your list. 5, create your business action plan.
Number 6, set big goals that push you. 7, set weekly benchmarks. Number 8, lead and be a part of challenge groups that get results. 9, show up consistently and intentionally on social media. And number 10, be engaged on your team page. Be a consistent, engaged member of your team page and also contribute to your team page. All right, are you ready? Let's dive in. Number 1. Oh, what was their name? Simmons.
Oh, this morning?
Yeah. Thank you. You guys got it. Okay, you're good. All right.
She was awesome.
He said that we needed to be a transformation architect, and I loved that. I don't know if you love that, but I fell in love with that phrase. We have to be a product of the product. I got some coaches on my team on these photos. I love showing off, especially Sarah's transformation. Here's the thing, we are in the business of transformations inside and out. And so we must show up and be that example. So today could be a gut check for you, or it could be just confirmation that you're moving in the right direction. But I want you to be a true product of the product. And that means start and finish a program. Get results for yourself. Whether they're physical or not, you're going to have a transformation if you start and finish a program. But also, it is imperative if you want to share with confidence and you want to be able to share with clarity and be excited about sharing our products with other people, you gotta use them every single day. You can't be a Shakeology hit or miss kind of person and help somebody understand that they need to use it every day as well. So be truly a product of the product so you can be the transformation architect. Number 2, huge. Oh my goodness gracious, huge. We don't have a lot of time, right? Okay? And we're telling you to do your personal development every single day. And you're like, sister, if I sit down and read a book, I'm gonna fall asleep. Anybody else? Okay, and I taught high school English. I like to read, okay? But with kids and a full-time job and trying to build this Beachbody business, I sit down and read a book, I'm gonna fall asleep. But we have to make sure that we're doing our PD, preparing our mindset every single day. So for me, with limited time, this is how I did it. I created a YouTube playlist with rock star, awesome personal development videos, short ones. Les Brown, all kinds of awesome people. Be Inspired is my very favorite YouTube channel. Be Inspired. I made a playlist on YouTube. So I would just open up my phone and press play. And immediately there's amazing things flowing through my head every single day, and I didn't have to read a book, even though everybody told me to. I just didn't have time to. And I didn't want to feel like a failure, right? Okay, but I also did this as well. Well, I use Audible. That's how I listen to a lot of my books, is Audible. So highly recommend that. But I also started my day. I started my day at 4:30 a.m. We're going to get through those kind of timelines later. 4:30 a.m. is very hard to read on a clock, okay? But you can get up and do your workout and send some invites at 4:30 a.m. and go teach high school English to kids who don't necessarily want to be in your classroom. If you tell yourself, I get to do a lot of amazing things today, Erin. Get up, girl. You get to do a lot of amazing things today. You get to inspire children. You get to inspire people in your life. You get to show up for yourself today. And so I created this one affirmation. Now I have many of them, but that one got me very far. And sometimes I would even text it to my best friend who was also building the business, working as a full-time teacher, and I would say, Erica, we get to do a lot of amazing things today. Remember that, and that got us through so much, okay?
Yeah, mindset is
huge.
Huge. They're all big. They're our top 10, right? So the business activity tracker. Okay, who's not using the business activity tracker?
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay?
It's okay.
All right, I thought I was gonna have everyone have their hands down. There's gonna be liars. Okay, this did not always exist. This is new. right? So corporate and some of the top coaches got together to figure out what are the activities that are most important for you to do every day. This is something you need to follow. Unless you have a better system, by all means, use your system if it's working. But this is the tracker sheet. Aaron and I believe that you can be successful 5 days a week getting most of these boxes checked. Now listen, I get it, all the boxes aren't going to be checked. I use the flat tire analogy. If you get a flat tire on the road, you don't pull over and flatten the other 3 tires because that one's flat. What's the difference? Why don't you flatten them all? Like if you don't check all the boxes, it doesn't mean you're a failure. Like you just don't fail 2 days in a row. Like suck it up and now you have to do the work, right? So it's a little bit of a gut check. It's an accountability piece. Some people like that. And some people are like, I don't like that as much, and that probably tells me you should be doing it. I work it in pockets of time. So when I get up, and I'm going to show you my schedule at the end of this, when I get up, I'm trying to check off some of the boxes, and it is not for me inviting because I didn't tell you that during my last 5 years, I also battled cancer, which I've gotten through, and still hit Success Fund every month. So I don't do my inviting in the morning. Most of my morning is just a fog, like it was today, actually. Actually posted about that not too long ago. And I work it in pockets of time, so when I get up, I'm doing something that I can get off this list as quick as possible before I go for my hour-plus commute to my job. I don't do them in order, and I tend to do one thing until complete and not move on, even if it takes maybe a little bit longer than I want to or less. I'm trying not to get all over the box checking thing where am I here. That's just disorganized. So just whatever you want to break down your morning or whatever is one thing at a time. Don't advance something else until you're ready to move on, okay? And then the next day, if you didn't get to something, you're going to start with that if you can, and then get through that because you don't want to finish every day going, oh, I didn't get to that important activity like inviting. Well, try again tomorrow. Okay, so that's kind of what works for me.
Okay, so I never left home without this planner that I got from Target. That was like a weekly and monthly planner, day designer planner from Target. Okay, it's awesome.